Hello, friends, brothers and sisters. My name is Denmark, and welcome to Pathways of Hope. I read from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 23, verses 13 to 22. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You shut the door of the kingdom of heaven in people's faces. You yourselves do not enter, nor will you let those enter who are trying to. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You travel over land and sea to win a single convert, and when you have succeeded, you make them twice as much a child of hell as you are. Woe to you, blind guides! You say, if anyone swears by the temple, it means nothing, but anyone who swears by the gold of the temple is bound by that oath. You blind fools, which is greater, the gold or the temple that makes the gold sacred? You also say, if anyone swears by the altar, it means nothing, but anyone who swears by the gift on the altar is bound by that oath. You blind men, which is greater, the gift or the altar that makes the gift sacred? Therefore, anyone who swears by the altar swears by it and by everything on it. And anyone who swears by the temple swears by it and by the one who dwells in it. And anyone who swears by heaven swears by God's throne and by the one who sits in it. Jesus keeps this strongest language to condemn those who confuse the externals of religion with what might be what's in its heart. I remember I had a few blunders when I was really new in the faith community that I belonged to. I mean, I was 20 years old then. Though I was very eager and very enthusiastic, I was not that responsible or serious about my faith. All I thought and cared about was myself. There was a time when the head of the secretariat team asked me to be the materials and property custodian for our whole team. This included our logbooks and even the identification tags for all the members of the community. So I said yes, not knowing full well or understanding the weight of the task that was given to me. You see, this person who turned over the custody of the materials knew full well that I struggled with being early or on time during events. But she entrusted them to me nonetheless. There I was, minding my own business on a Friday afternoon. I knew there was a prayer meeting scheduled that night. I knew I needed to be early because I was the custodian, but I was late. You know, the feeling of walking up the stairs, imagining the looks of the people towards you. I imagined that the brothers and sisters would look at me in a subtle, mocking way. While I was walking up the stairs, I heard them already praying, already worshiping. And probably it was the middle of the prayer meeting already. But you know what? I received none of that. Instead of being scolded or reprimanded, I experienced something very different. They were all smiling. They greeted me as if nothing happened. One brother even approached me and said, I'm really happy to see you tonight. You know, I was late. I brought his ID, but he never held it against me. All of them treated me with love. All of them were very patient with me. Not only literally patient, but they waited for me to experience God in a first-hand basis. That through their mercy, through their love, I would experience this life-changing moment. It was so important for them that I experience salvation firsthand. It was more important for them that I meet God personally through my service, rather than set rules or reprimands just because I didn't execute it well enough. You know what? If those brothers and sisters treated me differently, if those brothers and sisters did not accept me or even have been impatient with me, I would not be here speaking to you right now. It was one moment, yes, but it was a moment where the direction of my life changed drastically. It was then I realized the importance of how I treat people, how the small decisions I make would have an impact in someone else's life, how this would either bring them either towards God or further away from Him. That taught me to value people and value relationships more than tasks and more than schedules. In the same way, we read from Matthew 9 verse 13 where Jesus says, I desire mercy, not sacrifice, for I have not come to call the righteous but sinners. He valued companionship, he valued relationships more than a set of rules and regulations, because he knew that all people, especially the sinners, needed that restoration, that connection with God to change their lives. So, how about you? Reflect on God's word for you today. Do you want to be like the Pharisees who turned a blind eye to the plight of the people they're caring for and are more concerned about appearances, about functions, rather than what happens in their people's hearts? Or do you want to be someone who could make a difference in even one person's life? Ask for the grace to be more loving. Ask for the grace to be more caring, to be more understanding. You never know. Someone you meet might need God the most, and you're the only one in a position to change his or her life. Have you been blessed by today's reflection? Please like and share this video with your friends and loved ones. Again, my name is Denmark Ilisanya. Thank you and have a blessed day.